One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. What's good, just pop in? Welcome to the channel. Today we have a video by Puerto Flaco, and there's been videos making rounds on the internet, right? Whereas this, like, I don't have his name right here. I have his picture right here. Okay. A certain person found that his girlfriend, well, ex-girlfriend, was clapping her cousin. That's a crazy thing to do. You would never expect that when you start dating someone that, such a thing will happen. But with the world we live in today, crazier things have happened. So, I mean, we shouldn't be, too amazed by that. But is what it is what it is. You should like, share, subscribe. Let's get this video out there, and let's see what Flacco has to say for us today.
This streamer just dropped a hit piece on his girlfriend after catching her cheating. Now, this story time literally traumatized the entire internet. This is the only thing everybody is talking about right now on social media. For the likes of me, I don't understand why anybody would date a girl who wants to be a famous streamer, but he thought it was a good idea. Now, this girl, for the most part, fits every single description and character trait of an evil light skin. If you don't know what an evil light skin is, Google it. I'm not here to explain it to you, brother. So he's living with this girl. They're both trying to be famous streamers, and they're both grinding. And how he caught her cheating is quite possibly one of the most horrific things I ever heard or seen in my life.
Girlfriend cheated on me with her cousin. See, like this ain't even funny, because I wouldn't have even wished this on my worst enemy. Who the prayed on my downfall this much for some like this to happen to me? Now, I'm not gonna drop no names or anything, but y'all know who she was. I posted with her, obviously she's my ex now. I don't even know why I say girlfriend, bro. We made content together. We dated for a couple years, and all of that ended recently, bro. I had to call it quits, bro. As of last week, I had to call it quits, bro. I caught her cheated on me in my house. Keep in mind, I pay all the bills in this, bro, and she had the audacity to cheat on me with her blood cousin. Now, you're
all jokes aside, though, because I was kidding earlier, don't blame it on light skins, okay? This is not a light skin issue. You got a girl from the third world country. That chick barely speak English, bro. All right?
I ain't gonna lie, that shit don't mean nothing, bro. That shit don't mean nothing. I mean, if you find the right person, bro. So, I mean, you can't blame it on the third world country thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the person you chose, did that to you. But like, there are a lot of niggas from third world countries that don't do all that shit. So I mean, we know how it goes.
Her English is a second language to her. That's not a light skin, homie. All right, that's a third world Latina. Now, I don't know how a young ninja from the hood got involved with a chick from the third world.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: it's not the skin tone; it's the character. You pick a girl who wants the limelight, who wants to be a streamer, who wants to be visible. You pick a girl who is obsessed with attention. What do you think was gonna happen? Like, what do you think was gonna happen? You picked a girl who gives thirst traps, do 360s for her chat, who is controlled by her chat, who pop butt to her chat. It was like, what did you expect from that specific woman? There's not a universe any of us could imagine where this chick would have actually stayed with you if she would have succeeded in her goals of being a really, really, really famous and popular streamer.
Yeah.
You was clearly the come up, bro. Simple as that, man. And it's good you found out now that she cheated, but you think a chick who is that obsessed with attention would have hit, I don't know, Kai Cenat levels where people like Drake is in her DMs, and you think she would have stayed with you? Man, cut it out, bro. So the story continues. She apparently has this cousin, which is like her favorite cousin. He knows about the cousin, but clearly he's thinking nothing of it because that's her cousin. Yeah. Apparently, like, her and the cousin was so close, they used to FaceTime all day, like all day long. Now, how my program is set up, I don't care if that's a cousin, I don't care if that's your brother, I don't care if that's your father. You not FaceTiming with another man all day in my house, bro.
Yeah.
Like an hour conversation, 30-minute conversation with your family, cool. You not FaceTiming your brother for 18 hours a day in my crib. Sorry, not happening. But she would do that, and he would think nothing of it. Until one day, like, he caught her on FaceTime doing something scandalous with the cousin.
Well, this is what the I did. So it was like last week, or maybe like last week and a half, bro. I was like literally in the crib. She was taking a shower or whatever, bro. Really quick though, here's some filler information, bro. So lately, bro, I've been noticing she's always on FaceTime with this bro. And it's her cousin, bro. She's always on FaceTime with her cousin. But it's like, what normal person would think that's weird? Like that's her cousin. Like, I thought
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'd imagine that, one wouldn't, give much thought to that. That's her cousin, right? So one wouldn't think of that as, something egregious happening. But I mean, it happens. Apparently, it happens.
it was on some normal. I guess I didn't realize that they were sleeping on the phone together, that every time I would come near her, she would go on mute or whatever. But that's not the point. She was in the shower and I heard her talking on FaceTime. So that was like a red flag. So I walked near that restroom, like this is my restroom. Then there's like another room and another restroom over there. I walked near that restroom. The doors are locked, which was also suspicious because why are you locking the doors? But I heard her say the word gains, as in like gym gains. And I heard yams come out her mouth. And once I heard that, I'm like, who are you on FaceTime with? And why are you talking about yams, man? So basically, I have like a little cat litter box, but it's like a AI advanced $900 litter box that has a camera for some reason, and it's in her restroom. So I was able to connect to that.
I ain't gonna lie. That's no. This is weird too, though. Because he said he has it, right? That means he bought it, apparently. Well, I would think he bought it, right? So he bought it and he kept it there. I mean, that's weird though. Like having something that has a camera in your restroom. That's a crazy thing to have in your home. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine I have that shit at home and like someone just comes in and using my restroom and shit. And I don't know, like I'm spying on them type shit. Like it's a weird thing to have in your restroom though. Like with the camera and shit, right? If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. I'm not tripping, right? So it's definitely weird. It's weird. So I ain't gonna lie. I'm not cutting this nigga some slack right here. I feel like this homie right here is Loki. He's Loki weird though. He's weird too. So he's not on a level weird, but like he's weird too. That's a weird thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
And I basically seen her at the mirror of her restroom with her phone plopped up. The FaceTime was on, her camera was on, and she was on FaceTime just showing straight yams to that. I'm talking about 360s in the camera, grabbing yams, just everything, bro. Just thank you, bro. And at that moment, bro, my heart sunk, bro. I was like, it's GG's. She just cheated on me. But that's not how it ended, though. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
He hasn't even scratched the surface of this story. It gets incredibly worse. This is not even top 5 worst things she did in this story.
Wow.
But maybe I'm just a naturally untrustworthy person. I don't trust nobody. Damn sure ain't trusting a woman. But if I see my girl, because if that's your girl, do y'all not share the same room? I see your bedroom, so I would imagine y'all probably don't. But even if she has her own room where she streams at, your girlfriend who lives with you, who you're in the house that you pay for, she's going to bed with another man?
Yeah.
And you didn't find that as weird?
That's crazy.
You said she was falling asleep on the phone with this male cousin. You didn't think that was odd that your girl was not in your bed at night every night?
I ain't gonna lie. Thinking about it right now, that's true though. Like, imagine having a shorty, right? And then she's, instead of her sleeping with you, she's in her room. Like, and she falls asleep to her talking to our cousin every single night. Like, bro, I feel like after a week too, like, we'd be like, yo, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on type shit. Well,
sleeping with you? She was in another room, falling asleep on the phone with another man?
Another man.
Maybe it's just youthful. Like, bro, maybe it's just the youth. Maybe he's just naive. But at my tender age of 28 years old,
I think it's 28.
Ain't no girl running that program on me, bro.
Ain't no girl, bro.
I don't care if that's your father. You not falling asleep every night on the phone with your father, man.
For sure.
At some point, you got to come in this room and take something, bro. Listen, bro. I ain't paying them bills for nothing, bro. At some point, you got to come and get your throat stuff, get something stuff, bro.
That's crazy.
You damn sure, like, bro. Yo, you young boys just going for anything, bro. Now it gets worse. So obviously you can't confront women like this. They're highly deceptive.
Yeah.
They will lie. You got to catch them red-handed.
Yeah.
So he deceived the plan to catch her red-handed, and he executed it perfectly.
I didn't want to make it seem like I knew and I caught her and she was going to try to play victim. So I walked up to her room. I knocked on the door. I was like, let me see your phone real quick. I grabbed her phone and I noticed her like grabbing that but like not really grabbing it in like a way where like she made it obvious she was hiding something. So I just grabbed it and sped walked to my room and then I locked my door.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's when she started banging.
I ain't gonna lie. I know that method too, right? That's a method. That's a method too. Trying to give someone your phone, but like you don't want to make it look like seem like you don't want to give them, but you don't want to give them, so you're trying to, there's some tension right there. I know that method too. As a grab your phone method. I sound like the year, bro. That's crazy, but I mean, you know what I'm saying.
On my door, saying, "Kenneth, open the door. Give me my phone."
Hey, wait. Kenneth. No matter what happens, we can't have any hidden resentment or bad feelings that would fuck up a bond. Like if we go through a breakup or something, obviously it might not feel good, but no matter what, we can't have hidden resentment after or once niggas get in the next relationship or anything. If we feel some, we gotta say and talk about it. I don't know what TB means, but it's just started a conversation just momentarily. But yeah, that promise, I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. She saved him as favorite cause yeah. It's over with.
Okay, I have clothes on. Can you open the door, please?
Oh. Hey, that's true. I'll never lose you. I just be worried from us getting this intertwined. Like, if we had to end it, what? Would I be heartbroken or have to go through those emotions again? Or that I'll feel away or you eventually get with someone else? Yeah, I feel you. I don't got any words of encouragement, but because I don't want to feel the shit either. Okay. I get that. I guess it's not what we signed up for. The sacrifice. You're talking about the sacrifice with your cousin. This is wow.
Kenneth!
Wow. Wait, is there hidden messages on
iMessage? Please, open the door, let's talk.
You're actually like a psychopath, gang.
Can we talk, please?
Like you really are in the head.
Please talk, please.
Nah, gang, we're good. I'm
Just
good.
open the door.
I'm good off of you, bro. Get on my house.
Open the door.
Get on my house, bro.
Can I talk to you, please?
Hey, chill.
For you, bro. Get on my house.
Open the door.
Get on my house, bro.
Can I talk to you, please?
I feel you. I think I'm deeper too because every time I think of the future, I always picture you in it. This is so damn cute. To your cousin, by the way, man.
Please, Kenneth, please, open the door. Let's talk first. If this is it, let me just talk to you.
No, this is it, gang.
Okay, that's fine. Let me talk to you, though.
Talk to you, though.
Conversation?
And the more she said that, bro, I was digging through her phone, went through hidden. If y'all don't know about hidden, bro, check your girl's hidden. iMessage has like recently deleted text messages. Check that. I went through Snapchat. I tried to go through Maya's only on Snapchat, but I didn't figure out the.
I felt bad for half a second until I found out the chick was on her stream, snitching on herself, telling on herself, making it perfectly clear she was doing everything in her power to get rid of this dude, and he wasn't taking a hint.
That's obvious.
And she was disrespecting him to this extent in his crib.
As an evil light skin myself, we will do things on purpose to piss y'all off. But I'll say in the beginning, I used to do anything to piss that man off. I'm kid you not, bro. Like anything you can think of. It was bad. It's like I get possessed by a demon, bro. Cause it's like I'm not even myself. I'm not even thinking for when I be doing these things. I'm just like, oh yeah, this gonna make him mad. This gonna piss him off.
I ain't gonna lie. So another question I have is, before y'all get into your relationships, right? Do you see this part of her? Like, do you know she behaves like this? And then if you do you still go on with the relationship? Because I feel like he low-key knew, like, No, her attitude on all the shit she's saying is crazy. I just get possessed by a demon or something. Type. So I don't know. Like it's crazy though. Like you're dating someone like this. I mean, maybe just a casual fling, bro. I don't know.
This gonna irk him real good. This gonna get him tight. And then that adrenaline rush that I get from knowing that, it just fuels me, and I keep going, and I do it, and then he gets mad at me, and then I get mad that he's mad at me, because it's like I wanted to get him mad, but not that mad, and it's a cycle, and it repeats. It's a cycle, and it repeats.
Too. Just minding that shit.
Like, come on, bro. Come.
Wait, bucket list. Not on face, eat on body. Hey, jeez. Wait, is this to him or to her cousin? I'm tripping. It's her cousin.
Come on, bro. Come on, son.
Hey.
Son, come on, bro. Like, yo, the messages you just saw with all like the lovey-dovey, I love you, I can't explain it. All right, bro. Man, cut it out. She got straight to demon time. This was a bucket list that she sent to her cousin of things she wanted to do with the cousin, okay? She wanted baby batter on her face. She wanted to get the baby batter eat off body. She wanted to eat the baby batter off his body. She wanted to film an adult tape with the cousin. She wanted to film head videos with the cousin. That's right? Crazy. She wanted a hand job plus spitting in the mouth with the cousin. She wanted the cousin to handcuff her. She wanted the cousin to blow her back out, give her diabolical, devious, atrocious back shots with the tripod. She wanted a public quickie with the cousin. She wanted to get rammed through, treated like an absolute disgusting you-know-what in a movie theater. She wanted him to give her everything. And I'm like, bruh, this was happening under your roof, in your face? She was identifying herself as an evil light skin. Yeah. She was talking about how she does these things to piss him off on purpose, and she plays with him, and she's toxic.
Yeah.
Listen, man, Lord knows not to put me in a situation like this, man. This is just terrible, bro. Yo, I feel bad for the kid, man. Like I do. Like I do feel bad for the kid, man. But how do you let this slide, bro? This is just too. Yo, I went through down a rabbit hole. It was just too much. I saw before the cheating scandal that I'm like, how did you let this slide?
I went through her notes. I went through everything, bro. And I seen tons of explicit photos from her and him. And then I went through the text messages and there was a bunch of weird going on, bro. Like she was talking about that being boyfriend material. She was saying she feels a disconnect from Kenneth. She was saying all types of bro. So yeah, once I found that out, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Got my phone. I took pictures of everything. I wish I scrolled some more, but you know, I like once I seen it, I was just ready to kick her out, bro. I took pictures of all the pictures she took for him, all the pictures he sent her, the text messages, everything, bro. It's all on my phone, just in case she wants to deny or lie to me. It was all on my phone. I gave her phone back. I told her she had to go.
I'm so sorry, Kendra.
I don't care. You can't. There's nothing you can say to me right now. You did what you did. You got to face that. You got to go.
This is something that I only did recently. Just know that in all of my relationships, I've always loved you a lot.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't want no crocodile tears. Like you were doing all this shit in my home, like in my house. Like I'm sure he pretty much paid all the bills, right? So him doing all that shit, and she just, man, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet, so I can't say anything about that. But from where I am right now, I ain't gonna let that slide. Nah.
I care for you a lot, you know that? I'm sorry.
I care for you a lot, but you're cheating though.
We've always had a close relationship since we was young, and I think like I'm so mentally. I think like
mental.
We had some psychological going on when we were young, because like when we was little jerks, like before even puberty, like we were like really close to where like some of our family members would notice it.
That's weird. That's weird.
I was already having my doubts, and you know, with you've always been different than how I wanted you to be. Like,
so you cousin.
So what's that opportunity?
So you cousin.
So answer the question.
Cousin. You need help, bro.
And but honestly, I know it's gonna get better, bro. But like, bro, canon event of doom. Like, getting cheated on is possibly one of the worst things ever. It's just like, you thought you knew this person for so long, like you plan a future with them. You, bro, literally, bro. I took her to see the finale of The Boys, man. The finale of The Boys in a 4DX theater, bro. The chairs were moving, but was getting decapitated. You would feel water sprinkles to emulate blood. I took her there, right? As I was there, she was texting her cousin saying, we need to go to a 4DX theater. And that's just,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, after seeing all this shit, I'm like, me taking you out to like a cinema type thing, right? And we're having a good ass time, like watching this movie and shit. And then you're texting your cousin all this shit while we're watching the movie. Nah. I ain't gonna let that slide. I ain't gonna fuck no, man. I ain't gonna let that slide. You're out of the house, bro. You're out of the house. That's crazy. It's probably like a mental thing wrong with her or something, but I mean,
sick, bro. Like, I'm thinking this is a nice gesture, me and you, and you're testing your cousin, telling him that y'all need to experience that too. Like, I don't know, bro. Like,
after she got exposed, she deleted her entire social media so she can avoid the accountability and the consequences, man. Bro, chin up, chest out, man. You got great things coming for you. I think you might earn a Streamer University invite because of this. Playboy Max is like inviting you on. People that support you and rallying for you, man. This chick, like, bro, listen, man, she's like a dime a dozen, bro. You get some clout, you get some fortunes, you get some fame, bro. Bro, listen, yo, you probably like get like a dozen of her. Now, her is gonna be hard. It's gonna be really difficult. The
whole world is about her.
For her to like have a fan base of like supporters. Like, it's always gonna be some trolls. People will hate watch her. Like, her trajectory and what you exposed about her has tarnished her career forever, bro. Like, her only next hope is OF. Like, that's it. Like, she does OF, that's the only hope for her, bro. Because the streaming stuff, bro, people won't even like look at her the same, view her the same no more, bro. All that like goody two-shoes, nice girl act. And, bro, listen, yo, once we find out you were trying to get Babe and Baby Batter, all that nice girl, good girl, it's over with. All right, but y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this, man. If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another dope video.
Yeah, man, appreciate it, bro. Like I always say, though, like, it's a crazy-ass thing to do, like, with your cousin and shit. I would never imagine that someone would do that. I think this is my first time like hearing it, right? But I mean, it's what it is what it is. So things happen. But I mean, if you're still watching right now, you're probably one of my best viewers or subscribers, something like that. But by the way, hit the subscribe button and let's see where we go from here. I've got probably a few more vids to react to. Actually, wanna see, because I have a crazy ass feed. I have a crazy feed. I'm just looking for a video to watch, man. Let's see what's up. Yeah, I also hear that Mayweather look like he's broke. I ain't gonna lie. Let me with this. I don't want to go into something so racist, right? I don't want to have a audience like that. Floyd Mayweather. Let's see. I don't want to really watch something. No, I think I've seen those. Yep.
Money Mayweather has money problems. He owes the IRS.
Yeah. Let's do the YouTube video. opening act. So, hey, what's good? Just popping. Welcome to the channel. So, we have word, and this guy says he has proof actually that Floyd, I said, what did I say? Floyd Mayweather is broke. Forgive me. He's broke. So, I mean, we've heard of like he's just how much he spends on everyday shopping. I heard he spends like 1 million a day. But I mean, this is what it is. He's a billionaire, but I mean, his spending is out of control, and you know he can't read too. So I'm not sure. I think that also affects how he goes by his business. But this is what it is. Let's see what proof this guy says he has today, and like, share, subscribe. Let's get this video out there, and let's go.
Money Mayweather has money problems. He owes the IRS, he owes car dealers, he's pawning jewelry. A guy who's made hundreds of millions of dollars in his career is somehow running out of money. And now he's suing everyone, claiming he's owed money. While he may be able to keep up the facade that it's everyone else's fault, Floyd's spending problem is the reason why he's going broke. I was able to go directly to the source to get private information that hasn't been shared publicly yet, to discuss the recent lawsuit that sent shockwaves throughout the sports.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, like the fact that you're always wearing, like, this is about 6 chains, diamond chains. Like, you have these 2 diamond studded glasses, iced out watch, Louis V, like a jumpsuit type thing, right? Like, this fits is ass. Like, objectively speaking, not even objectively speaking, like this fit, like, I feel like everyone was in this fit is ass. This is an ass fit right here. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, this shit just ass, and I'm not a hater, but this shit was ass right here. But I feel like, why you're so rich? Everyone knows you're rich, right? Why do you have to spend money to project being rich? We all know you're worth like $1 billion or something, right? Like what Ocho said, Ocho Cinco. Why am I spending money on like all those extremities, bro? We all know what you're worth. Once you enter the room, there's value in your name, right? So I don't know why you're trying to find value in all these things and trying to flex while we all know you have the money. I can understand someone if you don't have the money and you're trying to look rich. That's one case. But you're rich and you're overspending. Like, overspending is the problem. You can spend money on clothes and jewelry, right? But like, overspending is a problem, and he overspends.
World. Mayweather suing former associate in an alleged $175 million fraud scheme. That associate, Jonah, shared with me private text messages, private images of Floyd signing contracts, and access to private communication with this team. And the proof I've been given will contradict everything you've heard in the news about this case. By going through all the claims presented in the lawsuit, I'll share all the private information that I have access to so we can understand fully what's going on with Floyd Mayweather. In 2017, Rechnitz and Mayweather became friends, which ultimately led to Rechnitz becoming Floyd's investment manager, real estate advisor, and banking liaison. Jonah helped put deals together for Floyd. He was his manager. So that's sponsorships, real estate deals, and fights, just to name a few revenue streams. Jonah shared with me that he was not on salary, meaning he only made money when there was a commission on finding a deal. As an example, Jonah shared with me that Floyd was running out of money in 2020. So Jonah put together a fight with Logan Paul to generate income, as well as many other exhibition fights. Turns out the only people actually punching Floyd in the face at this time were the IRS debt collectors. More on that in a minute. The first big claim that Floyd makes is that he wasn't aware that in 2016, Rechnitz had pleaded guilty to wire fraud conspiracy, that Rechnitz had cooperated with the United States attorney, or that Rechnitz had been the subject of significant civil litigation. What Floyd's attorney was trying to do with this complaint is make it look like Floyd was taken advantage of by a guy with a questionable past. Like Floyd is this innocent victim who had no idea who this guy really was.
Yeah.
There's a little problem with that, because I have proof he did know. This letter on the screen was sent in 2023 by Floyd Mayweather to a U.S. district judge for the Southern District of New York. The bottom includes Floyd's name and his signature. For context, this is Floyd Mayweather's letter to the judge in Jonah Rechnitz's case, speaking about Jonah's character and why he deserves a better outcome. In the second paragraph, he writes, "We became friendly and I supported him when he was going through the process of being sentenced in 2019. That sounds to me like he knew about Jonah's litigation in New York. In the third paragraph, he writes that Jonah has worked with him as his promoter and business advisor. He has has taken the job and run with it, helping Floyd in every aspect and opening up new opportunities. He further mentions the charitable work they've done together. Further down, he mentions that people have tried to take advantage of Jonah by bringing lawsuits against him as a way to extort him. And finally, Floyd writes, "I appreciate you taking the time to read this letter, Your Honor. I would just ask that you consider my personal testimony that Jonah Rechnitz is a good person." He claimed that he didn't know about Jonah's past in the complaint, yet he wrote that letter in support of Jonah, showing he clearly knew about the litigation in New York. So it doesn't seem to add up. Many have speculated that Mayweather is coming out of retirement for a rematch with Pacquiao because he needs the money. Yes, this is why. Around August 2025, Floyd needed cash money, so he decided to start pawning his jewelry. Here's a text on August 25th, 2025 of Jonah sending Floyd an image of his watch and the word loan below. That represents that watch as being within the group that was being pawned. Here's the second image sent on that day. The top image is a collection of watches that were grouped together for a November loan and that many have been returned.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like once you stop pointing your shit, that's the bad, one of the worst things to do, right? And then I can say if you porn and you're still struggling to leave, I can give you a pass. I understand the country is hard and shit, right? But you're a billionaire and you're pointing your watches. Mind you, I don't think these watches are worth what he bought them for anymore. So it's just like he's losing upon losing and shit. Right. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I was I'm still a Floyd Mayweather fan, right? He's 550-0, so he's a good ass boxer, but he needs to get educated on, he needs to know how to read and write. Yeah.
After the balance was paid down. Here's the next message of another collection of watches that were used for a loan. The image on the left is an exhibit Floyd included in the complaint. Within this list are 4 of the watches you see in the text message on the right that were included in the group of watches that were pawned. This indicates he continues to lie about not knowing that his watches were getting pawned for a loan to fund his lifestyle. What was told to me is that Floyd was running out of money. Now, obviously, his broke is a lot different than broke for me and you. But at this time he needed money, so he decided to pawn $13 million from his watch collection. He does have his own jet and has flown private for a couple decades, and he has an extensive exotic car collection. But what has been shared with me is that his lifestyle is so expensive that he constantly needs to take out loans against all his assets, and it's fine when he's fighting and making money because he can pay the loans back, but it's kind of like musical chairs. Here's Floyd texting about having to give up all of his jewelry and watches, and all of his women's bags. Further, he sent the text, "Don't forget about my ladies' Birkins, also that's a part of the $13 million. In December 2025, Floyd texted, "Please keep me updated on my jewelry and Birkins, thanks." Back in March, so around 7 months after he began pawning, he texted his pawn shop lender asking about the balance he owes so Jonah knows what the number is. Jonah, as Floyd's manager and the one who handles all the financial transactions, is the one who ensures that all the loans are paid off. The lender responds $1.85 million in checks, $10.8 million in jewelry, and $1.47 million in fees, and he mentions needing another $360,000 by Friday so the fees don't keep adding up. Floyd received the $13 million for pawning watches in his supposed $100 million watch collection. Jonah shared with me that people pay up to 3% per month, which is why the fees were so high. That loan was almost paid in full. If you reread Joel's message, it makes sense. Joel says, "I have recouped everything and hasn't had to sell any pieces. All that remains is another $360,000 so Floyd doesn't have to pay any more fees." In case you aren't following, Joel can sell the watches that were pawned if Floyd doesn't pay the $13 million back. But he didn't need to sell watches because he was paid back and made $1.5 million in fees. In the complaint, Floyd discusses pawning his $100 million jewelry collection with the words, "to be pledged or placed in the possession of Joel, a Miami jewelry dealer." The amount received was around $13 million. A substantial portion of the pledged jewelry remains in the possession of Joel and Modi, and no accounting has been provided to Mr. Mayweather, and then alleges that the consideration received was diverted by Rechnitz and not paid to Floyd. I just shared the text messages between Floyd and Joel, showing the accounting of the transaction, and that nothing seemed to be awry. This is not the first time Floyd has had to take a pawn loan. Earlier last year, he borrowed $1 million from his friend Avi, the owner of Avi & Co., against his $18 million Jacob & Co. watch. Upon research, I realized that even though the retail is $18 million, the market value is about $2 to $3 million. So Floyd's $100 million jewelry collection is more likely.
Mayweather is the only person that would buy something and expect it to be that same price, buy jewelry and expect it to be that same price 10 years later. I don't understand how someone can be so, for someone that has $1 billion, right? How can someone be so, I won't say stupid, but I don't know the word to say, bro. I feel like it's just an education problem. So you all should get educated and like know how to read and like stop using ChatGPT to like explain. Well, you can use ChatGPT to explain, but like you should be able to like summarize a context by yourself. You know what I'm saying, right? Because if not, you'll be signing agreements and you'll be doing all this shit that probably ruin your life, bro. I mean, yeah, it's well with him. It's well with him.
Worth a fraction of that. Why is Floyd Mayweather pawning jewelry despite being so wealthy and always seemingly around cash? I asked Jonah how much Floyd spends every single month on his team, and Jonah estimated around $1 million. What happens when you can't afford your team's salaries? Here's a video from Floyd's assistant of his entire jewelry collection as they took photos and video of all of the jewelry before pawning. This photo is the same table from the video before with cash on the table, as that was the cash delivered for pawning the jewelry. When you add up Floyd's entire lifestyle, he could easily be spending $2 to $3 million per month, which means he probably needs to be making around $50 million of pre-tax income in order to just break even on that lifestyle expenses. When you're fighting Conor McGregor or Manny Pacquiao, you can cover that type of spend. But I always talk about this in my Athletes Going Broke series. These athletes will keep their lifestyle spend around the same, and when that income goes to essentially zero, they go broke pretty quickly. Floyd claims Jonah screwed him, but ironically, Jonah actually saved him from being bankrupt. Floyd claims he invested $31.5 million into real estate deals and has made a nominal amount of money as a return on his investment. I actually have the distribution letter for this portfolio. Here's the 3 portfolios listed totaling $31.5 million. The annual distribution for the total is around $3.9 million. Back in 2024, when Floyd began investing in real estate, he had no liquidity, meaning he had no cash flow and essentially had no cash to his name. Jonah presents an idea to Floyd Mayweather, as Floyd at the time had 2 properties that were owned in full, however, they weren't being rented out, so they were costing him money every month. Jonah says you should invest that money in real estate so that you can start earning cash flow. In one of the exhibits filed with the complaint, Floyd shows the sale of his Beverly Hills and Miami properties. Instead of having 2 houses sit empty like before, Floyd is now earning almost $4 million every year in cash flow while owning valuable real estate in New York. So it's odd seeing him file this complaint alleging he's been screwed. Does anyone remember this fight? It was in 2015, 11 years ago. And this fight was in 2017. Al Haymon had to advance Floyd money from this
36 million. Wow.
fight because Floyd had already spent all of his money. All of this spending is not new. It's been going on for years. So think about this. It's been 9 years since that fight. Let's assume Floyd spends around $20 million per year, which is pretty reasonable given his lifestyle expenses. That would have meant he spent $180 million since that fight in 2017. He's always posted pictures with cash money because it's his branding. And he certainly has had a lot of money at one point. But spending a couple $1 million per month blows through this cash instantly. Floyd may have had a $100 million jewelry and watch collection, and that's certainly wealthy to me and you. But when you're spending $20, $30 million per year, that $100 million can dry up pretty quickly. Which is why he now needs to exit retirement to fight Manny Pacquiao for a payday. One of the other claims is about...
I can't lie, bro. Like, the fact that at your age, I think Floyd is like 50 years of age, right? So the fact that at your age, you're still having to do fights, and then you're fighting someone that can actually like affect your 15-0 like ranking, like one of the best boxers in the lightweight division, right? It's crazy. It's very, very crazy. And like the thing is, I don't understand how much money you can spend. Like, how can you spend that much money a year? Like 20 million a year is it's crazy. It's crazy. And I feel like that's even conservative, right? I feel like he's spending way more than that. I don't understand. Like, I feel like after like the first year or two, like the shit becomes boring to you, right? So you don't have the need to spend as much money. But I feel this I don't know, but I feel like what he has is a complex, because he's trying to show everyone that he has the money, and we all know he has the money. So I don't know why he's trying to show everyone. He keeps on buying these things and posting it, and like getting, like he said he bought like an apartment complex that he didn't buy, and we all found out that he didn't buy it. So you're just making yourself look sad. Like, it's like you're actively going outside, bro. You're actively going outside. Just even man, because I think growing up, we all understood that make a large sum of money, invest in the stock market, S&P 500, and you can get like a good 5%. Is like a good amount every year. I feel like on that 1 billion, a 5% probably like, God, like a whole lot of money, right? So the fact that you can't even like control your spending, because one always says, if I get 5 million, I'm good for life, bro. Like I'm set for life. I'm good for life. I don't know what I'm spending my money on, but I'm good for life. So you had $1 billion, bro. Like to be able to blow through $1 billion is crazy. Like that's diabolical levels of like lack of education or common sense, bro. I mean, it's weird. It's lack of education actually. So yeah.
Floyd selling his jet and not receiving any money. There's mention in the complaint that the block for the purchaser was left blank. What the media misunderstood was that the plane wasn't sold for $1 like the complaint lists here. Here's the actual signed contract, which does list the consideration of $1 and OVC, and you can see Floyd's signature down below. I think what was misunderstood is that the plane didn't actually sell for $1. OVC means other valuable considerations, which means the sale was for more than $1. This happens when private parties don't want the amount known to the public. Here's the text message between Jonah and Floyd. Jonah sent the payoff letter from the lender of his private jet, as well as a letter from Navy Federal Credit Union regarding a $2.787 million payoff. What happened was Floyd took out a large loan against the value of the jet. So when the jet was sold, a large chunk of the money went to pay off the loan and many of his other debts. Here's the payoff demand statement for the jet. Highlighted is borrower named Floyd Mayweather. The total loan payoff is around $2.79 million, and the highlight in the bottom left is the property collateral as the Gulfstream Learjet. This is the bank wire transfer receipt from the credit union. Both of these documents were sent to Floyd, so he's clearly lying about the jet only selling for $1 and him being out of the know on the jet selling. The picture on the left is Floyd signing the contract, and the picture on the right is Floyd holding the aircraft purchase and sale agreement right after signing it. Does he look disappointed in the terms of the sale?
Nice,
This is the text Jonah sent to Floyd in September 2025, indicating that the house and airplane contracts were done, and Floyd responded, "Let's go." To make it even more clear that Floyd knew about the plane purchase and the terms of the purchase and sale, here's a text between Floyd and Jonah where Floyd writes, "Can you call me about the plane, please? I need for you to update me, please." And Jonah responded, "Plane is ready to close." Jonah saved hundreds of private images, screenshots of text messages, and I can understand why he did it. They were dealing with millions upon millions of dollars. Floyd was going broke, and Jonah worried that Floyd was going to start blaming those around him for his financial problems. Back in November 2025, Jonah sent this message to Floyd saying, "I can help continue to create income for you for life, but you need to start saving more money and spending less. Borrowing from a credit line should be for investment purposes, not to pay past due bills because we will have to pay it back." Floyd also claims that 80% distributions to Mayweather Promotions LLC and 20% to be paid to Frist Apex Ventures were diverted by Rechnitz. Throughout the complaint, Floyd is claiming that fraud was going on because he only received 80% of the distributions, which is interesting because he signed the operating agreement for that split. This is Floyd holding up the settlement statement of a closed transaction involving his company, Mayweather Promotions, and Frist Apex Ventures. His smile doesn't look like someone who is upset with the deal that just closed. I've seen the operating agreement between these two companies that Floyd signed showing an 80-20 split. And since I promised you receipts, here's the document with the distribution allocation of 80% for Mayweather Promotions and 20% for Frist Apex Ventures. Down at the bottom, you can see Floyd's signature agreeing to the terms of the contract. As part of the fraud claim against Rechnitz and Frist, Floyd claims IL Frist signed distribution letters as manager of Vada Properties when he held no such office, and by signing as CEO of Vada Properties when he held no such office. This is a screenshot of Floyd's Instagram over a year ago.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I've seen enough, bro. I've seen enough. Yeah, I didn't have to go through the whole video because, like, I think we all know that Money Mayweather is not who he seems to be, and is actively broke and overspending. So it's just sad. Like, I just feel sad because you see such a hardworking person from a young age, rising through the ranks, boxing and everything. He has been boxing since he was like 3 or something. So it's so crazy that after all that, this is what he hands to. Like this is what his life turns out to be. It's living a good life, mind you, but like I would imagine someone would but all this is because of lack of education. Like, he can't read, I don't think he can write, but he can't read. So I mean, you all should get your education right. And I'll see you all later. I have to go finish some things. Yep. Have a good one. Bye.